1980s R&B wasn't just neon jackets and synth sparkle. It was quiet storms on late-night radio, basement parties lit by a single lamp, and slow grooves you could feel in your bones. The whispers were gliding across roller rinks. Anita Baker was teaching our hearts a new kind of softness, and tucked between the chart toppers were tracks that still deserve a spotlight. These are 15 underrated 80s R&B gems you might have forgotten, but your soul definitely remembers. Number 15, Just Be Good to Me. The S.O.S. Band, 1983. This was the era when the S.O.S. Band were quietly shaping what R&B would become. Produced by the legendary Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Just Be Good to Me came in with that deep, strolling bass line and crisp drum machine pulse that future producers like Teddy Riley and later Timbaland would flip into whole new sounds. The story behind it. By this point, the band had already found their lane, but this track pushed them into a darker, moodier kind of groove. And instead of handing it to a male lead, they let Mary Davis step up front. Her voice, smoky, confident. The lyrics weren't begging or pleading, just stating facts. I'm not the only one, but I'm the best one. That was a whole mood in 1983. Play this track today, and you're instantly dropped into a dim lounge. Low lights, slow two-step in the corner, perfume hanging in the air, gold jewelry catching just enough glimmer. It didn't hit number 1 on the pop charts, but its fingerprints are all over 90s slow jams and early 2000s neo-soul production. Anytime you hear a smooth electronic R&B groove with that laid-back strut, there's a little bit of Just Be Good to Me in it. Number 14, Tell Me If You Still Care. The S.O.S. Band, 1983. If Just Be Good to Me was late-night confidence, then Tell Me If You Still Care is pure velvet emotion. Also produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. This track often gets overshadowed by bigger radio singles from the era, but real R&B fans know this is one of the most emotionally rich slow jams of the entire 80s. This was the first time many listeners heard the Jam and Lewis slow burn formula. Warm synth pads, steady drums, and vocals that feel like someone taking a deep breath before telling you the truth.
Let go.
Mary Davis delivers every line like she's holding something delicate. When the background harmonies slide into the chorus, you don't just hear it. You feel it in the center of your chest. Years later, artists like Monica and Mariah Carey would sample and re-sing this track, proving its influence never faded. It just settled quietly into memory. Listening now feels like opening an old letter you never quite had the heart to throw away. Number 13, Love's Train. Con Funk Shun, 1982. Some songs miss the charts, but live forever. And Love's Train is one of them, a whispered classic among true R&B lovers. This track was born out of real heartbreak. Band members Michael Cooper and Felton Pilot were unknowingly in love with the same woman. When the truth surfaced, All that emotion poured straight into the music. That's why every note feels heavy. The production is lush, soft synth strings, candlelit bass lines, satin smooth harmonies, and when the chorus lifts, it doesn't explode. It aches. It's that kind of song you play while driving slow at night. Staring at nothing, letting the music speak for feelings you don't want to say out loud. And the legacy, massive, even if quiet. Drew Hill, Silk Sonic, and other modern acts revived it decades later, proving this song never left the culture. It just waited for listeners ready to feel something real. Number 12, Sweet Love, Anita Baker, 1986. Became a soundtrack for weddings, anniversaries, Sunday cooking, and the kind of love that's not fireworks, but something steady. Certain and safe. It wrapped entire rooms in gold and redefined mature R&B for the decade that followed. Number 11, Rock Steady, The Whispers, 1987. If Confidence had a soundtrack, it would sound exactly like this. When Rock Steady dropped in 1987, the Whispers were already in their third decade as a group, yet somehow they sounded fresher and more modern than artists half their age. Produced by rising stars L.A. Reid and Babyface, this track blends tight drum programming, shimmering synths, and a bass line that walks with purpose. This isn't a loud song. It doesn't demand attention. It slides into the room like it owns the floor without ever raising its voice. Hit play, and instantly, you're back in a late 80s nightclub. Red lights low, waxed hardwood floors shining, and shoulders swaying before you even know you're dancing. It's a grown folks classic, a family reunion two-step anthem that never, ever gets old. And while it hit the R&B top 10, the mainstream still hasn't given it the flowers it deserves. But DJs, roller rinks, and Quiet Storm playlists, they know what's up. Number 10, Don't Disturb This Groove, The System, 1987. This track doesn't just play, it glides. Released in 1987, The System, vocalist Mike Murphy, and synth mastermind David Frank blended R&B warmth with electronic shine long before it was cool. And this song, their masterpiece, from the first second, you're wrapped in a warm moonlit haze. The heartbeat-like synth loop is hypnotic, steady, calming, confident. The lyrics feel like a private moment. I hang up the phone. We need this time together. Kind of intimacy. No flash. No overproduction. Just pure. Controlled groove. And the influence is huge. David Frank's keyboard work became a building block for early New Jack Swing. You can hear its fingerprints in Janet Jackson's Velvet Rope era, and in the airy, sensual mid-tempos of Maxwell. Back in the day, couples didn't dance to this song. They melted into it, a slow jam that knew exactly what it was. Smooth, effortless, unforgettable. Number 9, Fear, Sade, 1985. If Quiet Emotion had a sound, it would be this. Taken from Sade's 1985 album, Promise, Fear is one of the most haunting,
DJs playing the same song.
Intimate pieces in their entire catalog. Yet it never became a big radio single, making it a hidden jewel for real R&B lovers. Sade's voice here isn't pleading. It isn't performing. It feels like a confession, soft, steady, and devastatingly honest.
What am I supposed to do?
The production is minimal on purpose. A deep bass roll, gentle guitar flickers, and a wide open space where silence becomes part of the rhythm.
Playing the same song.
This is the sound of late-night vulnerability, of someone telling you something they don't tell anyone else. Sade didn't chase trends with this one.
And there inside our rival war I die.
They crafted something timeless, a quiet storm classic without ever trying to be one. Fear is the kind of song people discover in adulthood.
I'm crying everyone's tears.
And immediately wonder how they lived without it. A sacred, understated masterpiece of the 80s soul era.
Nothing will change at all. It's just a day that
Number 8. Yearning for Your Love. The Gap Band, 1980. Most people think of the Gap Band as the kings of explosive funk. Outstanding. You Dropped a Bomb on Me. Burn Rubber. But Yearning for Your Love showed a completely different side of them. This was the group at their most tender, soft, romantic, grown. Charlie Wilson isn't showboating here. He's confessing. Every line feels like it's meant for one person, not the whole room. Warm Rhodes keys, gentle guitar riffs, velvet harmonies. This song feels like slow dancing in socks on a living room carpet. Lights dim. World quiet. And the influence, massive. This song became one of the most sampled R&B slow jams ever. A foundation of West Coast G-Funk. Echoes in early Snoop Dogg productions. Inspiring Tyler, the creator's early slow jams. Showing up in countless neo-soul and R&B records. Charlie Wilson didn't just sing this track. He handed the blueprint to an entire generation. This is Sunday afternoon love. Grown folks love. The kind where you don't need to say much. You just sit close. Number 7. Love Come Down. Evelyn Champagne. King, 1982.
'cause I can't love the way that I feel.
When Evelyn Champagne, King dropped Love Come Down, she stepped confidently into the new electronic era of R&B. Produced by Kashif.
Been dreaming of you.
One of the architects of 80s modern soul. This track introduced a clean, sparkling synth bounce that would later influence early freestyle music.
I just can't love the way that I feel.
The rise of New Jack Swing, the brighter side of early 90s R&B. But even with the shimmer, Evelyn's voice is the anchor.
You make my love come down. Baby, you make
She doesn't overpower the track. She glides over it, smooth as satin, joyful as sunlight. The lyrics, pure celebration. The sound, instant happiness. And here's the part people forget. This song lived on roller rinks at summer block parties.
inside of you around.
And in the hearts of skating couples holding hands. It wasn't just a hit. It was a feeling. a warm breeze of a song.
Baby, you make my love come down.
A July night in audio form, a groove that still makes people smile the moment it starts. Its DNA can be heard today in artists like Mary,
The way that I feel. Keep it
Beyonce, and anyone who makes R&B that feels like a smile you can dance to.
come down. Ooh, you make my love.
Number 6, Between the Sheets. The Isley Brothers, 1983. By 1983, the Isley Brothers had already dominated funk, soul, and rock. But Between the Sheets marked a shift,
Next to me, right there, sharing our love.
a move into something quieter, silkier, and far more intimate. This track doesn't just play, it envelops you.
Hey. Oh, I wanna.
Ronald Isley's vocals are warm and whisper soft, like someone singing right beside your ear. Ernie Isley's guitar? Smooth, restrained, emotional,
All night, all night, all night.
without ever showing off. The bass walks slowly, purposefully, creating a sensual atmosphere that became the blueprint for nearly every bedroom R&B song that followed. And the legacy, unmatched. It's been sampled by the Notorious B.I.G., Big Papa, Aaliyah, Choosy Lover, Da Brat, Jay-Z, Gwen Stefani, and countless others. Between the Sheets didn't just influence R&B,
I wanna keep you, yeah.
it shaped hip-hop, neo-soul, and 90s slow jam culture. This wasn't just a late-night song. It became the late-night sound of an entire generation.
You tight, and you know, I'll
Number 5, Ribbon in the Sky. Stevie Wonder, 1982. This wasn't a chart-topping single. It wasn't a flashy radio hit. But Ribbon in the Sky became something far more meaningful. It became a wedding song. A family song. A memory song. Released on Stevie's compilation, Original Musicarium I, this track showed a softer spiritual side of Wonder.
for our love.
After a decade of groundbreaking experimentation, there's no heavy production here, just gentle piano, light synths, subtle percussion, and Stevie's voice turning love into a kind of prayer. When he sings, "This is not a coincidence," it feels less like a lyric and more like a blessing. And here's the beautiful thing. The song didn't need radio to become timeless. It lived in weddings, anniversaries, backyard cookouts, living room slow dances, and generational memories. Artists from Boys II, men to Beyonce have praised it as one of the purest love songs ever created. This is R&B stripped down to heart and soul.
Would guide you my way.
Number 4, Outstanding. The Gap Band, 1982.
You know that I like having you around in my life.
Some songs don't just play, they lift the whole room. And Outstanding is exactly that kind of track. Released on Gap Band 4. This song became a cultural fabric moment, a tune so universally loved that every generation somehow knows it, even if they don't remember where they learned it.
Get out of my life. I need to back.
Charlie Wilson's vocals are warm and welcoming, gliding effortlessly over a bass line smoother than melted honey on a summer afternoon.
Don't keep running.
The groove never rushes, never forces. It just smiles, steady, confident, ready to make you feel good. This song lived everywhere. Cookouts, roller rinks, graduation parties, first slow dances, last goodbyes. It played during some of life's happiest moments. And here's the truth. Outstanding didn't just chart. It became a mood. A family reunion classic where cousins magically appear from across the yard just a two-step when the beat drops. Its influence is massive. Charlie Wilson's tone here shaped the warmth of early Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg's melodic hooks, the entire G-Funk era. Modern West Coast R&B. Without this song, the 80s and 90s simply wouldn't feel the same. Number 3. Shower Me With Your Love. Surface, 1989. As the 80s came to a close, Surface delivered one of the most tender, heartfelt slow jams of the decade. A song that felt like a handwritten love letter set to music. Shower Me With Your Love didn't rely on big production or flashy runs. Instead, it leaned into something far more powerful. Simplicity, sincerity, emotion. Bernard Jackson's warm, creamy vocals float across gentle synth chords and soft drum programming that feels like a warm breeze through an open window. This track lived in weddings, school dances, living room slow sets, late night mixtapes, and quiet moments people never talk about, but never forget. It's hopeful without being cheesy, romantic without being dramatic, honest without trying too hard. For many people, this was the song they practiced courage to. The soundtrack to working up the nerve to tell someone exactly how they feel. A true late 80s gem that proved you don't need theatrics to make a timeless love song. Number 2, Night and Day. Al B. Sure, 1988. If the late 80s had a soft romantic heartbeat, Night and Day was it. Released in 1988 on Uptown Records, this track represents the gentler,
I'm such a big fan of that, he don't know. That's like my Michael Jackson on the saxophone, right?
more polished side of New Jack Swing, before the genre exploded into its harder dance-driven phase. Al B. Sure. Wasn't an industry insider. He was an unsigned talent who won a talent search judged by Quincy Jones. And from that moment, everything changed.
Stop playing with me. Okay, y'all ready to do it? Okay, do a little chorus, let me see.
The production from Kyle West is smooth and glowing. Warm synth pads, gentle bass glide, and that signature drum machine snap the 80s were famous for.
That's it, that's it. You sing so high.
But the magic is Al B. Sure's delivery. He doesn't oversing. He doesn't reach for dramatics. He lets the emotion simmer, soft.
Yes!
Oh man,
Confident, velvet smooth. This song lived everywhere. Late night radio, boom boxes under apartment windows.
now I gotta say it like this. Break it down. Now.
Handwritten mixtapes, quiet corners of house parties, warm summer evenings on back porches. It was the kind of song you dedicated when you were finally ready to tell someone how you really felt. Its influence is huge. Without Night and Day,
It's my prerogative.
there's no smoother side of New Jack Swing, no John B., no early Usher, no blueprint for the soft-spoken male R&B lead of the 90s. a glowing classic from an artist discovering his destiny in real time. Number 1. Rock With You, Michael Jackson, 1980. The moment you hear the first shimmering note, you remember everything. Released in 1980 on Epic Records, produced by the legendary Quincy Jones,
Close your eyes, let that rhythm get in.
Rock With You wasn't just a hit. It was the moment R&B, pop, and disco melted together into pure, timeless magic.
Rock with you all night.
Michael was stepping into adulthood, leaving the Motown childhood era behind, and the world was watching a star fully bloom. The strings shimmer like stardust. The groove floats under mirrorball light. The bass moves like a warm heartbeat guiding the dance floor. And Michael's voice,
Dance there to magic that must be love.
smiling through every word. A perfect blend of flirtation, innocence, and groove.
Relax your mind.
It feels like someone reaching for your hand and the whole room glowing when you finally say yes. And here's the most incredible part. This song has never gotten old. Not once. Not in 45 years. It lives at family cookouts, roller rinks, Sunday cleaning sessions, weddings, solo late-night drives, and anywhere joy gathers. It didn't just chart. It became a language. A universal expression of good feeling, love, rhythm, and effortless cool. Rock With You isn't just a number 1 pick. It's the heartbeat of early 80s R&B.
And we gonna ride the boogie. Shout that beat.